Okay, today we are going to see about a loop. We'll make one new folder known as a loops.py, and in loops we are going to basically the loop does the things which are repetitive in nature. So when you try to do the same thing again and again, then we'll use loops. So let me write down the condition. Loops it is used to repeat again and again until some specific condition match. This is the definition of general definition of loop, right? Loop is anything that is used to do the repetitive things more than once. How many times you'll do that repetition, that will be given by some condition, right? If that condition is matched, then you will stop your looping. So in for loop, so generally there is a for loop, right? For loop, in this kind of loop, we know the how many times we need to loop through that code, right? It is used for predetermine number and these loops can be used in tuples, right? We can use loops to iterate through that code, right? So let me create an first list which we have seen in previous lessons also. So let me write Mohan as one, Sujan, and next one will be, let's write David, and the last one will be Kusal. So if we want to loop through this list, then we just write for is a keyword, right? For in membership operator, and in a, now if we do print I, then it will print u. Let me go to my terminal and write python loops.py and see the result. And here is your result. The first one is Mohan. So what it does is this a is a list, right? So it take each element first at index 0 there is Mohan. So first of all I captures the value Mohan and it will print Mohan first, and in the second one it will put Susan in I, then it prints Susan, and so on. So this is the way this for loop works in the list. So let me use some range function to this range function generally takes start and input, right? Starts and ending, and if you don't provide anything like this, right, comma 1, then it will, the step of this increment will be just 1. Let me show you the visual of this print range function. So if we do, then it just printed a range in 3 to 9, but if I do print a0, then it must go through 3 to 9 but not including 9, right? It does not include 9 in this group. So if I do this, then the first one will be 3, and if we do -1, if we want to look at the last element of this list, then it should give me 8, right? So this is our result. So to loop through this range, we need to do for a in range 10, and then it will loop through 10 times, print Susan. So print I need to give it in a double quotation. So this is the thing. So if I run this code, this will print me the Susan 10 times, right? Now if in this code there is no use of a, right? So if we do not use this a in the entire part of code, then we can just give this underscore, right? Underscore, then it will also do the same thing. Okay, now we can also go through the string also. Let me a equal to, let's say we keep the string debit. Then if we want to go through this list, I in a print I, if we do like this, then it will give you the character, right? And d will be simply stored in I at first, and then it will print d, then next one will be a, it will print a and d and rest David, right? Like this. So now let's look into the dictionary. So if we make one dictionary, so let me provide the name as a key. Let me give David. Let me provide age. Let's say age is 38 and gender. Gender will be male, so male male. And let's say address. Address will be, let's keep California. Okay, this is a dictionary where it name is gender and key is the key of the dictionary, and David 38 male and California is the values. So if we want to iterate through this dictionary, so we have seen let me do something that I have previously done also. So we get items, right? What it does is that it will give you the key and value in a tuple, right? So if we want to use the for loop, so for I want to store my key in k and b in b for value, and if I do a dot items, so if I want to print this one, so I want to print k and key and value. So if we go through this loop, then name will be first stored in k, David will be stored in value, and it will give you name David as a first, and it will go on, right, in the similar way. So name will be David and age will be 38, gender will be male, address will be California. So but if you mistakenly, for let's say you mistakenly do I in a is dictionary, right? So if you do like this, print I, then it will only give you the keys present in that dictionary. Okay, this will only provide you name, age, gender and address. So let me show you this one. So in last there is name, age, gender and address. It will only provide you, if you write the code like this, then it will only provide you the keys that are present in the dictionary A. So let me do a slightly complicated one. Okay, for let me I in the range, so I want to go through for I in not the range, so I want to go through 15 comma 4 comma, so I want to go through 15 to 5. What we need to do is that we need to write as start as 15, right, end as 4, and our steps should be -1. This will generally gives you what this will give is that this will give you the number from 15 to 5, right? So let me run this code. So this code will give you 15 to 5 but in backward direction. So this is the code. So let me show you a simple example to print multiplication table. Okay, this will also make the things clear. So let me print the multiplication table. So let me do for, let's say, do I in range. I want the multiplications from let's say I want the multiplication of let's say I want the multiplication of 2 from 2 to 10, right, from 1 to 11. This will give me the multiplication table of 2 times 8, 2 times 10, right? So let me do product, and this will be I times the number is fixed and the I keeps on moving, right? So I times n, and if we try to display it in quite, so if we want to show it, then I will use f string, and I'll provide num as the first one, so 5 times, and I'll provide I is equal to, so I'll give product, right? This will be my output. Let's see the output first, and this is giving me 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. So let me take input from the user. So to do this, we have already seen this, right, equal to int. So we need to take the input. So input enter your number, right? We will take the input from the user and try to show them the multiplication table of that number. So if we provide 34, then this will give you the multiplication table of the 34. Okay, this one was slightly easy one. So I'll give you one little bit of task. So let me give you this list. Okay, let me give you this list. Ram as the first one, second one is Suman, third one is David, fourth one is Susan, and fifth one is Hari, and fifth one is Subhash. So if we want to let what you need to do is that you need to take out this the name starting with the letter S and put them in a separate list, right? You need to make a list B where it will contain Suman. Let me do this also let me make you easy. Let me give you this in small letter. So what you need to do is you need to make a list, and you need to put those elements from the list A whose name starts with yes, right? So Susan, So next one will be Subhash. So now I will give you some time to do this. Okay, please pause the video to solve by your own, and I'll give you the solution. Okay, to do this solution, we need to, let me make this as an empty list, and let me check for I in A. We will go through that list. We'll go through that list, and we'll use if statement. If I dot starts with, and we'll say if that starts with S, then what we want to do is to add that element to that empty list, right, to that B. So to add any element to the list, we use B dot append. So what do we want to append? That's I. So after appending all those things, so we need to print B to see our end result. So let's see it. So there is our answer. So Susan, and Subhash are in our list B. So we will also cover for loop. This is the end of the for loop, so we will go to the while loop. So the syntax for while loop is, you need to provide, you need to write a while, and you need to give some condition, and if that condition is true, then it will execute some code. Okay, now let me give you some. Let's say A is 0, and we will write first of all while, and we need to check the conditions. Let's say A is greater than 0. Let's say A as 9. Okay, let's say A as 9, and we want to check whether A is greater than 0 or not. This is true, right? If that condition is true, then it goes inside that block, indented block, and it will print hello old. So if we just execute this code, then can you guess what will happen in this case? So I'll run this code. So this code will run infinitely, right? There is no stopping condition in this while loop, right? So I need to stop this code in execution, so I need to do Control C for stopping this infinite loop. So we need to close this one. So in order to run this code for finite numbers of time, we need to just what we need to do is A equal to A minus 1. So for the first time, when this first of all, it will take 9 greater than 0, so it is true, so it will print hello old. And A equal to A minus 1 is, it will calculate A minus 1 as 8, and it will assign to A, and it will again move to the condition, so it will say 8 greater than 0, so it is also true. So it will run, this code will run 8 times. So if I print, let me show you, comma, that will be A, not I. So this will run 9 times. Sorry, I said 8 times. So this code will run 9 times, and now we will do the simple task, right? There is in C you have also seen do while loop in there, but do while loop is not present in Python, so we'll not discuss it over here. So if we want, let's say uh, we want to write a program where we will take the input from the user, and we have this secret keyword. If the user provides that a secret key, then we will display in the console that the user has won or something like that. Okay, so in order to, let me give you a secret. If the secret is let's say banana, okay, let's say banana, and we'll take the we will take the guess from the user. So let me, while, so until the guess does not matches to the secret code, say secret to the secret code, then until that condition we need to run print. Until that condition we need to keep on taking the input from the user. So guess input, enter your guess. So that is the case, and we will while this as a guess, and in other case will and in other case what we will do is that we will print you own. Okay, let's see the code. So let me go python loops.py. Name guess is not defined, so let me give some guess as an initial one. So let me run the code. Let me say the I gave an apple as an input, so it does not match, right? And if I provide the input banana, then it will match to that secret code, so it will run this you own code. Okay, I do not need to provide this else code also. So if I go out of this one, so it will if I provide the banana, so it will move out of this loop, and once I provide the correct input, it will escape out of this loop and it will say you own. So this much today for loop and while loop. So don't forget to subscribe the channel, and please post any comments, any questions that uh, any questions or queries that you have regarding this video.